The reason I talk about social is it gives you something to focus on. But let me step back. Some of you can't focus because, let's just face it, you know social media makes money by making you unfocused. Scientists have studied how Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of these apps have created addictions. And that's why the people who own them are the richest people in the world. Now, I use social media, so I'm not gonna say don't use social media. A little practical tip for 2018, turn off all notifications. On my phone, I don't have one notification on. So if you have an iPhone, go to settings, right here, go scroll down to notifications. Where's my notifications? Right there. Turn everything off. Look at mine. Show previews. Never. Off, 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 off. Every single one is off. Okay? Because I'm not a sucker. I use social media, but social media is not going to use me. I'll look at my Facebook when I want to, not when Mark Zuckerberg wants me to. Dopamine's released by these apps. It's literal physical addictions created by these. Again, you can use social media, but don't let it use you.
Do you guys just rubberneck your whole life? You know, you ever been driving down the road, there's a wreck on the side, and everybody's like, oh my God, why is all the traffic stopped? There's only one person with a flat tire on the side of the road, right? Everybody's stopping to see what the hell happened over there. You're rubbernecking your life and not getting where you want to go, okay? Because everything's a distraction. Some people call it schizophrenia, like my friend Kathleen, but it's not really schizophrenia, it's a lack of focus.
I'm a fairly impatient person, so I like to work a lot and I like to work fast, but I don't like overlapping projects, and I've done a bit of that this year where, you know, I'm still juggling, you know, in doing press for one film whilst filming another film, whilst doing the ADR for another film, you know, and I kind of like to stick to one character for a finite amount of time and then let it go and move on to the next one. But this year there's been a bit of overlap and juggling, and it's a bit like, yeah.
Gotta keep them on there. There's so many of them. They got in the business, was going up, and they all got successful because they were on a trend. When the trend crashed, they all left me all the business. She loves these times. But the reason is her focus is different. Does that make sense? Completely different focus. So when you're focusing, you got to decide what I'm going to focus on. But as soon as you focus on something, even if it's not true, you're going to feel it. So if you think someone tells you someone screwed you over, they took advantage of you, and you're like, what? And you're all upset, and you picture it in your mind, and now you're angry. And then later you go to confront this person, you find out it wasn't true. Who's ever had something like this happen and felt like an idiot? Raise your hand and say I. But when you focus on it, does it control you? Do you feel it? Yes or no? So just write focus equals feeling. Whatever you focus on, you're going to feel. And as a leader, you're going to have to manage those feelings. And you're going to do it by managing your focus. By the way, if you're going to lead other people, do you have to create a focus for the company, for the organization to be successful? Yes or no? You got to find yourself. What are people focusing on? It's affecting all the decisions in the company.
So my wife, Sharon, is it's ridiculous. She's 56 years old, 57 years old now, and has zero body fat and is in incredible condition, which is both simultaneously shaming since I'm not, and wonderful since she's my wife. So she gets up in the morning, goes to the Y for 3.5 to 7 hours a day. No, I'm kidding, and goes for a run with her little friends. You know, they got their little running herd and they go for a run. And you know, women talk when they run. I just sweat and can't breathe when I run. So people run up alongside me and say, how you doing? I'm like, you know, I just keep going, right? So just happy to be here, shut up. And
you will not respect yourself until you follow through, until something is done, come hell or high water. Tears and struggles and pain, and you go through it anyway, and you show up and you continue to fight on no matter the circumstances. After a while, something begins to wither inside of you. Love beareth all things. I hadn't been taught to take anything. I was the baby of my family. My brother and sister weren't raised like this, but I was. They did a hard time in prison camp. They were shocked when my mother came in my room and said, baby, what you want?
Because of C, I started doing NFL and NBA. Because when he would put it up, he was like, we got to brand it a certain way. Nope, take that down. Like from the side, he looking too chunky on that one right there. Put that down. We don't need that pick. Put that pick up right there. All right, he wasn't shaved. Don't put that up at all. Let's get the shave. But like literally, it was a science. I remember, I picked both of them up in college.
I had not been nurtured to bear anything, to take anything. And being a man was hard work because I didn't have anybody to show me. And it's hard to be what you cannot see.
Wow. Wow. Get them under control. Please sit down. Please sit down. I got a lot of stuff to share with you. Let's not use up any more daylight than we have. Besides this rain coming in.
not with us. It's staying away.
I am so delighted to be with you. You are amongst the elite in America and Canada, even the world today. You are in the top 10%. And that's why it's because you're here. Only the top 10%, maybe the top 5, maybe the top 1% of human beings in the world would ever make this trek all the way to Aspen just to learn how to become better in the future. I mean, that's phenomenal. Give yourself a big hand. Congratulations. You're the best. And I want to give you the very best ideas I possibly can in the time that we have together here. Let me begin by saying, and Michael Gerber was talking about this, we're living at the very best time in all of human history. I am an economist by avocation. I read, I keep current with what's going on in the world. I travel.
See, some people quit because things are out of control. Nobody quits what you can control. But the moment you get in something where you don't get your way, or you get reprimanded, or you get corrected, or you go through this, or you go through that, or you go through the other, or it's bad conditions or bad circumstances, the first thing the immature mind says is, this is ridiculous, I quit.
He's a great friend. He's very loyal. He's got a heart of gold. I am thrilled to have with us at the seminar of the century, Mr. Brian Tracy!
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. Good job. Thank you.
Thank you. Please sit down. No. Thank you. Thank you. Please sit down. Please sit down.